Let us start with foundations of object-oriented programming. And the first term which we are going to learn is encapsulation. Encapsulation, as the name is given, it is a technique of wrapping data and functions into a single unit. So that single unit is a class. As we know, we have seen syntax of class in which we bind the data and functions. The data this data is used by functions within the same class, and this wrapping technique is called as a encapsulation. Okay, so technically whenever it is asked in theory paper or in oral exams, this definition whatever is written in red color, you have to answer the wrapping of data and functions into a single unit is called as an encapsulation. Okay, so it is a mechanism that associates code and data and it manipulates into a single unit. So, single unit and keeps them safe from external interference or misuse. So, what is a reason why we are wrapping that data and function together in a single unit to protect that particular data and function from outside functions and data? Okay, or any external interference, so that the other things which are inside the code will not be able to use it. Now, this is the actual representation of, or you can say pictorial representation of encapsulation. So we have a single capsule which has a methods and variables included in it, and we form it as a class. Okay, so whenever you think about what is encapsulation, you just imagine this diagram, this figure, and you'll be able to answer it. Now, let us see example. Here we have name, class, student, attributes, some attributes, name, ID, branch, semester, some functions. So these are encapsulated within the single unit, and that unit is called as a student. Now next we have data abstraction. This is again a fundamental keyword in object-oriented programming. So what the word abstraction mean, that we should know first. So abstraction refers to the act of representing essential features without including the background details or explanation. That means within a class we have large set of data, large set of functions, okay, which are encapsulated within, but we are representing that complete thing using a single word which is a object name. Okay, if I am declaring object, say my box, so my box is completely representing all the contents which are there in the class. So this is called as an abstraction. So it is hiding the details and it is representing by a single name. So data abstraction is a simplified view of an object that includes only features one is interested in, while hides away the unnecessary detail, because I'm interested to call only a function called as calculate value. So I'm not aware about how many functions are there, I'm not aware about what kind of data is there in the inside that class. So I'm just referring to that object name and I'm accessing whatever I needed. Suppose that particular class is having 5 to 10 things inside it, but what I need is I need only one or two functions. So I'm not aware about in the about the background details, that what it is having. I'm just picking up the things which I need. So this is what the abstract, so object allows me the data abstraction for the complete thing which is given in the class. This is what called as a data abstraction. Now this data abstraction, how it is achieved? By using classes. So class helps us to group data members and member functions using available access specifiers. So it allows us to wrap the things inside. Class can decide which data member will be visible to the outside class and which will not. Okay, so by using keywords such as public and private, we can restrict the access to the members of the class. Now abstraction in header files, how it gives you the abstract view. For example, consider a power function which is in math.h. So I am not aware about how this power function is returned within that math.h and what are the various functions which are available in math.h. I'm interested in only power, how many number of lines are there, how many variables are used, and everything I'm not aware about. I just need to be aware that what is the parameter I need to pass and what is the return value which is given by this function. So whenever we need to calculate the power of a member, we simply call that function power, POW, and a empty bracket or whatever parameter we need to pass. So without knowing the underlying algorithm, according to which the function is actually calculating the power, I am just using it. This is called as an abstraction. Okay, so in object-oriented programming, this class is allows us to achieve this data abstraction, and just to make the understanding of data abstraction clear, I have given you this example of header files. Now we will see what is inheritance.